I'm glad to hear that you're throwing your hat in the ring again to run for office. You ran against Adam Schiff the last time, and you did quite well, actually.
We did, yeah. We lost the primary election by less than 1%, which is crazy, especially running against such a powerful incumbent who's been in office for 20 years. It just goes to show you that people vote based on values, not based on celebrity or money.
Right. So the area you're in, you have Silver Lake, you have Echo Park, part of downtown LA, I think Burbank as well?
Burbank, Glendale, Hollywood, West Hollywood, all the way north up to the LA Forest. So Sunland, Dahunga, La Crescenta. So it's a big district.
It's a big district. And he's not a very progressive guy. I don't think he supports Medicare for All. His position on foreign policy is very, should we say, bomb happy?
Yes, absolutely. And that's the thing is, I think a lot of people really like Adam Schiff because of his involvement with the impeachment and, but he's just a lot of talk about Trump, talk about Russia.
Right.
But when it comes down to it, he's not a progressive. And one of the ways you can actually prove that is by looking at his donors. When you're funded by the defense industry, when you're, funded by weapons manufacturers, when you're funded by pharmaceutical companies and fossil fuel companies, that's who you're fighting for. You're not working for the people at that point. And we need a regular everyday person who's going to fight for all of our interests, who's going to fight for Medicare for All, for the Green New Deal, to try to get us out of these endless wars and to try to make life a better place for all of us here. And if you've been in office for 20 years and you haven't been able to do that, it's time to go.
It's time. I agree with you. Have you been following any of the situation that's been going on at We Spawn Koreatown?
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend the protest because I work on Saturdays. But I will say I was really happy that the spa itself was supporting its trans patrons. And, it's just really unfortunate that some folks think that we don't deserve to be in spaces. Trans people every single day are having to fight to just exist. It shouldn't be, we shouldn't have to constantly be dealing with, where am I going to go to the bathroom? Can I be involved in recreation activities? Can I go to a damn spa?
Right, and so I have been covering this for the last couple of weeks. I was at both of the protests, and there was a lot of violence. Somebody got stabbed, a pro-trans rights activist was stabbed, and it turns out that both the LAPD, which is normally not somebody to decide on this position, thinks that the entire thing was a hoax, as well as several other people have been investigating this. I did speak with the spa security. They don't think it's real. So what I noticed, though, is that there is, you're having a hard time hearing, there is it's not just the conservatives that seem to have a problem with trans rights, it's also a lot of the liberal base. I have had even Bernie Sanders supporters on my Twitter feed saying things that I am kind of quite frankly shocked at. They're horrifically hateful in my opinion. I don't know what's driving that, but here we are. My question to you is do you think that most of those people just simply don't understand the issues? I feel like a lot of their belief systems were grounded in religion and not really understanding anything beyond that.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely think that that's the case. And, even if you go back to just gay rights in general 20 years ago, the amount of support for gay people, and that's such a generic term, but has gradually increased because people started realizing that, I know a gay person, and they're just a human trying to live their life. And I think as more and more people realize that, they have a connection to a trans person, they know a trans person, they realize that we're not asking for anything except to be accepted and to be able to live our lives and walk down the street and feel safe, be able to use the bathroom and feel safe. And, a lot of people are posing trans people as being a danger when the reality is that trans people are in danger.
Oh, I agree with you. I mean, some of the things that people were saying, well, they don't understand that trans women are women. It's really, as far as I'm concerned,
exactly.
Biological sex, there's X, there's Y, and there's variations in between. It's not a binary concept.
It's not binary, and everybody, you hear all these arguments, science doesn't lie and it's biology, and people are equating sex with gender when that's not necessarily the case. And neither sex nor gender is a binary. It's a spectrum, and there's people that lie all in between. So we need to respect everyone.
That's exactly right. I also think that they might be trying, I think the reason they might have done this is because they want to overturn the state laws that are protecting trans rights currently, and they're looking at ways to get the public enraged on their side so they can come out and say we need to get rid of these laws. Look, they're pedophiles. Blah 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 blah. It's all nonsense, but I sort of feel that might be a motivating factor in this. Do you think that's possible?
Yeah, I absolutely think that. And, you know, even looking at, you know, a lot of the arguments for, oh, well, this trans woman shouldn't be in a spa because I don't want these kids exposed to a penis. Well, you know what? Don't bring a kid to a place where there's going to be a bunch of naked people walking around. This is an adult atmosphere.
Not only that, it's a traditional bathhouse. This is a Korean bathhouse.
This isn't a sex house. It's not. People are just going there to relax. And, you know, trans people deserve that same amount of respect and dignity.
So, folks, go out and support We Spa because they've really been on the side of the trans folks in this. They have protected their clients that are transgender. I also reached out and DM'd with a couple of the folks that were dead named by these guys, saying that this was the individual that was at the spa that day. Let's go harass her. And both of these folks were not the person. They're like, no, I wasn't there. They're just harassing me online. So it's really unfortunate that happened. I know this is a completely tangential sidebar conversation with Medicare For All, but I did want to give you an opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so important. And, you know, that's just a micro slice, a microcosm of what trans people go through every single day. The trans experience and the amount of discrimination that we experience just for existing, not all of it is on the media. You're not seeing all of these viral stories about, but it happens to every trans person almost every single day.
Thanks for talking with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And Medicare For All.
Good luck with your race.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I might hit you on